Hi y'all, welcome to the Messy Studio. Well, the project for today is going to be this piece of spalted maple. I'm going to make it a bow. I'm going to start with a relatively odd shape. I'll trim this up on the bandsaw. I'll knock the corners off to make it a little quicker. Because this is spalted, I want to try to keep as much of this spalting fungus out of my lungs as I can. So I'm going to wear my dust begone and face shield as always. So let me get the corners knocked off and we'll throw it up on the lathe. Okay, I've got it. I got it trimmed up on the bandsaw. Got it mounted between my step center and my live center. Right now it's measuring about 9 inches across. I'm going to try to keep it as round, as big as I can. I'm going to flatten this edge, true this edge up, make it round, then I'll turn it around and put the tenon on it. Bow gouge. Getting down the bark here, the natural edge comes in about 1 inch over here. So if I really want to maximize the size I get out of this, I need to turn it a little bit. I'll lose some of my depth, but I'll keep the most diameter. That's roughly it. So I'll turn it around. Start working on the bottom. set up now. Knock the hot spots down with my scraper. Pound cut of shellac. That's really soaking it in good. Shined it up nice. So let's turn it around and follow it out. Normally on side grain pieces like this, I use a recess back here for the chuck. But because this is spalted, it's not really punking, but because it is spalted, it's already started the decay process. And I'm worried about splitting those fibers, this side grain with the recess. So I'm using compression mode. Leave the tailstock up as long as I can. Now, like I did on that oak bowl, I'm going to start out here. I'm going to leave the center mass because these have a tendency to vibrate. This one's small enough it shouldn't be that big an issue, but better safe than sorry. I've been sorry enough. Especially lately. Okay, got a fresh edge. About 920. You notice I started less aggressive out here and got a little deeper. I don't care about tear out in here right now, but I want to try to keep this smooth. I may have to move this tailstock. It's getting in the way. I may be in your way a little bit, but I got to get this taken care of. Every now and then it may look like I'm white knuckling my tools. I'm not, and this is to show you. Let the tools do the work. I'm just using my hand to guide it. Now when you start getting down in here a little deeper, see the edge of this bowl right here? That's about a ½ inch from the side of my hand. You get much closer than that, it can hurt. Don't ask me how I know this. work. I've got about an 1/8 inch to play with down there. Listen to this sound. Now listen to this sound. That's vibration or resonance chattering. That's why you don't want to come back out here to the edge of the rim once you've got the bulk out of the middle, because it'll start to vibrate and you won't get a clean cut and you will get a catch and the bowl will come apart. Don't ask me how I know that either.
And it's almost always ended up in calamity, catastrophe, crying, one of those C words.
Boys and girls. So now I'm gonna go eat lunch and then I'm gonna fill that knot like I did these over here on the outside, and I'll be back after that. Alright, I'm gonna give this a final last scraping. Sand. When I get this sanded up, I'll be back. Sanding sealer. Put a coat of Minwax antique oil finish on the inside. And most of the outside. And I'm doing that because I want to pop this grain. And I'll show you after it's all said and done, but man, it does pop the grain. Got some beautiful chatoyance. We'll come back tomorrow and give it another coat. I'll probably put 3 or 4 coats. This Minwax antique oil finish is it's a building finish, and it buffs up really nice. So I think I want 3 or 4 coats on it. This is going to take 3 or 4 days. Then I'll turn it around, put it in the cold jaws, knock the bottom off, and finish it up. So unfortunately, you and I both are going to have to wait a few days before we can see this finished product. Okay, time for another coat. Let that dry and do it again. Okay, I got it in my cold jaws. They're tight. I don't want to turn this real fast. 5/8 bowl gouge. Light cuts. Really light cuts. And I'm going to go in towards. I'm not going to go across. I'll do a little bit of light scraping across later. About 500 RPMs. One of my viewers asked me the other day where I got this honking scraper. This is actually Benjamin's Best from It's Benjamin's Best from Penn State. It was both sides stopped, like right here. I ground it fully around, and I also added a negative rake to it. If I had to do over again, I'd get the big one, and I don't remember if it's 1 1/8 or 1 3/16. It's about a 1/4 inch thick too. It's a flat scraper from P&N, but you can grind it round. Every now and then, if you feel your tools sticking or catching on your tool rest, which my scraper just did a couple of times in the same spot, take a file, and dress your rest all the way across. This is mild steel, and these high-speed steel tools, especially if they got sharp corners like this one does, they will gouge into your rest and make it so that it doesn't slide smooth on your sticks. I'm using my angle scraper to mark some lines. Camera's picking up this curl or not. Give that a few, I don't know, 20 minutes or so to dry. And then I'll come back with the Yorkshire grit for the bottom and up to about here. And I'll start putting my first coats on. Nice black line spalting. All right, that's had time to dry. All right, now go through the process of adding multiple coats of antique oil finish. And this maple, like I said, it's thirsty, it's drinking this stuff up. Gotta allow each coat to dry about 24 hours. So after I've got 3 or 4 coats on, I'll take it off and we'll be done. I'll show it to you. So here it is, all polished up, ready to go. That's the inside. Nice black spalt lines. The back side. I signed it. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but there's some really nice curl right here. Beautiful modeling from the spalt along with the black lines. Pretty piece. I'm happy with it. Almost 8 inches across and 2.5 inches deep. So about 7 3/4 by 2.5. And another one successfully done. So thanks for watching. Y'all come back and see us. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. You really don't know how much. Thanks again. Y'all come back to the Messy Studio and we'll see what we can get into next. Y'all have a good one.